ISUPK.
Because your body starts to prepare itself to have a child. So as a result, you get ready to nurse your baby. You get ready, your body starts filling up with breast milk so that this way you can feed your child. When you have an abortion and you rip the fruit of your womb out, your body resets itself. And now it starts to attack itself. And all that good inside you turns to rot. And that is the #1 cause of breast cancer. And you know what? You go and you look up these women who have had abortions. 5 years, 10 years from now, they start to have breakdowns. They start to cry when they start to have miscarriages. They start to cry when they can no longer bear a child because they murdered the fruit of their womb. Read. The daughter of my people. The what? The daughter of my people. If you are a black, Latino, or Native Indian, you're the daughter of God. You're a daughter of Zion. Read. It has become cruel, like the ostriches. Like the what? Like the ostriches. The Lord just compared you to 2 animals. One, the Lord said a fish is a better mother than you. Right. You understand? A goddamn sea monster is a better mother than you. And then it compares them to an ostrich. You understand? The Lord just called you a bird. You want to know why the Lord calls you a bird? Because ostriches, when they lay their eggs, they're very rough. You ever see an ostrich move its feet? It cracks those eggs. It's very rough when it's young. It murders its young. It murders its babies. Read. In the wilderness, verse 4, the tongue of the suckling child. The what? The tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth. And you want to know why? Because y'all don't want to take care of these kids. Because America has taught you it's okay to be a deadbeat mother, to be a murderer. Now I know, listen, some of y'all got more bodies than OGs taught you that you should murder your children. There are 400,000 abortions that happen from black women alone. 60%, here it is good, 60% of all abortions inside of America come from black and Latino women. Now let me ask you something. What percentage are black women in America? You know what? I'll take it off just black women. What percentage are black people in America? 12%. What percentage are Latinos in America? Another 12%. We only make up 24% of the American population. Now, how the hell do we make up more than half of all the abortions inside of America? That is genocide. If any other race of people was murdering their children to that rate, let me tell you something, man. They would start blowing up abortion clinics.
Right.
You understand me? You would see, instead of them raiding the Capitol building, these white nationalists would start raiding and shutting down abortion clinics to spare their race of people. Read. Verse 5. Things that get food delicately are desolate in the streets. Man. Things that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghill. You understand? Once again, scarlet was a color for royalty. If you had rich, you understand? Scarlet was a dye that costed a lot of money. How did we go from being regal to a dunghill, to a pile of manure? That's what we became. You want to see a pile of craps right here? This is what we became. Where we were supposed to be royalty. We are supposed to be the standard inside the earth. Read. Verse 6. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people. For these women, let me tell you what the punishment is equal to. It is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom. Now let me ask you something. What's the sin of Sodom? Anybody know? Homosexuality. Homosexuality is the sin of Sodom. Make sure you get that on camera. Homosexuality is the sin of Sodom. Now let me ask you, what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by God. You understand that? Two cities, Sodom and Gomorrah, was destroyed by the hand of God for homosexual acts. Now, here's what's amazing. Isn't it funny that the people who support the death of our babies can't procreate life? Ain't it funny how the people who choose death are now pushing for the death of our babies? Because, matter of fact, what are y'all? Go read the scripture. I think it's Proverbs 16. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the ways thereof are death. No, you don't go nowhere yet. I want you to read that verse over from the top. Verse 6. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people. The punishment for the sin of the daughters of God's people for aborting their babies. Read. It is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom. Is greater than what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. In the Bible, it calls America Sodom and Gomorrah spiritually. You want to know why? Because from sea to shining sea, they have allowed homosexuality to fester. They have allowed a sin against God to grow inside America. And now you see the daughters of our people join hands with sodomites. Because can two men bring life together? No. Can two women bring life together? No. And now you wonder why they're pro-death. You wonder why they are pro-murdering our children. Because the lifestyle you live is anti-life. show you something right now. Here's what's amazing. Y'all saying F you to God right now. Because this ain't my words, this is God's words. You understand? And I got a news flash for y'all. Your little arms is too short to hotbox with God. You understand? In 5 to 10 years, when you're in the AIDS war dying of a cold, remember my words. When they jacked up the price of all this medication for HIV, you ain't Magic Johnson, dog. You ain't gonna afford it. You gonna die in that AIDS war. Read what you got. The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man. And America is pushing these false lifestyles on us. America is pushing this poison to our sons and our daughters. Read. But the end thereof are the ways of death. Are the ways of what? The ways of death. I want y'all to know something. A few years back, I went to Atlanta, and HIV and AIDS was so high that outside the aquarium there was a billboard, and every second the number was going up.
So they call me, tell me she's sick. I say I wonder why. Been running it up and giving it shit. I think she switches sides. They want me to fail, leave me in hell. I keep my head to the sky. That no coward never let your colors fly. I'm on that shit till I die. I stand on that shit till I die. Yeah, I'm on that shit till I die.
You understand? They ashamed of me. If you see me forgiving them, you forgive them too. Because here's the thing. That's how you stop black on black crime. That's how we stop the murder rate. Somebody has got to say, even though you wronged me, I forgive you. Somebody has to say that, you know what? I'm not going to throw one.
ISUPK.
If you ain't catch it, throw it underhand. I don't think they understand me. I done put my life on the line and I see. I don't think they understand me. No. Look me in my eyes, you can tell I'm a G. I know they don't understand me. No. I do it for my fam that's behind me, my team. And I hope you understand me. I ain't have a dollar, all I had was a dream. So I'ma make them understand me.
And there was, you're right, it's still going. And there's millions and millions of cases. Now here's the thing. Do y'all know Atlanta is chocolate city? Do y'all know that Atlanta is a predominantly black town? So now here's the thing. The European nations, right? They have been homosexual since the Greco-Roman Empire. Why is it that there are more AIDS victims inside of Atlanta than there are some countries total? I'm going to tell you why right now. Because we're God's chosen people. We're his children. So now, if you have children, and your child does something wrong with the neighbor's kid, do you punish the neighbor's kid first or your child? You punish your child. Give me Amos 3 and 1. Well, if we're God's children, why do you think he punishes us first? Who's number one in high blood pressure and diabetes? Blacks and Latinos. Now, go and take a look at the Levitical dietary law. You know what it says? We cannot eat pork, crab, shrimp, or lobster. And you know what America says? It says pork is the other white meat. It says shrimp and lobster and crabs that are bottom feeders, that are the cockroaches of the ocean. Those become delicacies. And they want to put butter on them and season them. But would you catch a roach, fry it, and then put some sauce on homosexuality. And you know what he said? He said that your blood will pursue you. So now let me hear something. What type of disease is AIDS? A blood-borne disease. God was telling you what was going to happen if we broke his laws, statutes, and commandments. And I'll tell you why. Read Amos 3 and 1. The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. O children of who? O children of Israel. The children of Israel are the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians of Negro or Indian descent. That is our identity. That is our nationality. We are not American. We are not Negroes. We are not Hispanics. We are not Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, El Salvadorians. We are God's people. We, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt. When you read this Bible, you're reading about our forefathers, our foremothers. Look at this sign. This is our history. This is who we descend from. Read. See, verse 2. You have I known of all the families of the earth. Israel is the only family of the earth that God knew and he dealt with. Read. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity. Therefore, God is going to punish you for every sin that you commit. Every sin that we commit as a people, God is going to send a plague for. So you keep aborting your babies. And when you die of breast cancer, you will know it is God that has done it to you. You keep being a homosexual and letting another man penetrate you and blowing wild. And when you are in that AIDS world, when you are coughing for days on end like ECE at the end of that movie, when you die of a cold because AIDS has polluted your immune system, you will know that it is God that has done it to you. Because there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is death. We better wake up. We better realize who we are. Because here's the truth. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. When you come and you read this, this is the word of God. And it was given directly to our ancestors. Directly to our forefathers. We are the true Jews. We are the Hebrew Israelites of biblical antiquity. You know why we don't know that? Because of slavery. Because they took our language. They took our culture. So let me ask you something, black and Hispanic man. What holiday would you celebrate if I took away every American holiday? What would you celebrate? What would you celebrate? Y'all celebrate holidays though. I know y'all celebrate Halloween. I know y'all celebrate Halloween and be about as gay and wicked as y'all could be on that day. Because God gave us the Passover. You understand? And sodomites and harlots, Halloween is their Passover. It's their highest holiday. I know y'all celebrate the 4th of July. And if you're a black or Latino and you celebrate the 4th of July, you're a slave. And I'm telling you why. Because, walk with me for a second. And this is how you know how ignorant we are of history. We're in Boston, right? We're in one of the birthplaces of America. So, in 1776, when they signed the Declaration of Independence, where was black people? Ain't nobody got an answer now. Y'all had so much to say before. I'll repeat it. In 1776, this is the date that America was started. When you go and you look at the Declaration of Independence,
make Omaha different from New York are just incidental. The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white
talk to me
people
about?
think they're better
What's it
than
that I can
others.
do? I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
Well,
so you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow. I think the problem is so bad that we can have no understanding at all.
You think it's gotten to the point where there can never be that reconciliation?
No. You talk about justice, and it means one thing to you, and we talk about it and it means something else to us. And it'll always be that way. And I'd like you to know I have a terrible feeling against preachers, because I think you guys are the ones who are largely responsible for the problem in the first place. And you can accept it or not any way you choose. And for you, this may be an excursion, you know, across the line.
What about the person that wants to listen? I genuinely feel that I want to listen.
Well, if you listen and try to do something, you get kicked out of your church. See, that's the way your people are.
Well, we do make changes, right? So the changes that have come have been drastic.
God bless you, little brother. Come back and see us again sometime. And don't look back in anger. Thanks for taking it so well. He thought we were going to do in here like they do to us. If we went in one of their places, everybody would have jumped out their chairs and got some ropes together and hung one of us. We couldn't even go in one of their places like this.
Yeah. Right.
Which is the bigger threat to American democracy and the Constitution? A Vietnamese mother suckling her child, or a white racist governor in Alabama who says, in so many words, to hell with the Constitution and Johnson and everything else? Which is the greater threat to democracy?
This is true, but these people have a kind of self-deception. You know, they believe, they've circulated these myths so long that they've begun to believe them. And once you believe them, as they say, if you define a situation as being real, it will be real in its consequences. And this is just what's happened. They've come to actually believe this. And any evidence to the contrary, he's the exception. But the fact is, all the people who do struggle hard enough to accumulate a down payment, they do want something better for themselves and for their kids, and they hope that their neighbors will be the same kind of people that they are.
A black man fights for the white man, not for himself. He tells you to bleed and you bleed. He say, go bleed in Korea for the white man, and you go bleed because you have to. He tells you to go to Vietnam or Lebanon or Laos, and we have to bleed. Then in Mississippi or Alabama or Omaha, Nebraska, where they're taking our rights and we know who the people are who are taking them, we don't have any blood then.
In 1974, Patricia Hearst, the heiress to the media empire of the Hearst family, was kidnapped by the leftist armed group known as the SLA. 2 months later, Patricia adopted the name Tanya and joined the ranks of the SLA, participating in bank robberies. She declared herself a member of the SLA, armed herself, and even posed for photographs. After the FBI's armed confrontation with the SLA, Patricia was arrested following her year-and-a-half-long fugitive period. She faced charges of armed robbery and terrorism. Patricia shocked the United States with her statement that she was innocent because everything was an action carried out under the influence of SLA. Patricia's case became a prominent example of the phenomenon known as the Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages sympathize with or even join their captors due to brainwashing or survival instincts. In 1974, Patricia
Sean, let me get a card in the chat. A card in the chat. If you can hear me, a card just which means one. You get a card in the chat. A card in the chat if you can hear me. Sean, let's check our phones. See, everything is too well. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. America is burning. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Rakatah to the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Atham Bashem Yahshua to the sister. I'm priest and officer for Paratazah out of No Power Yonkers, New York. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Human School Practical Knowledge. Start off at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hahn. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are the 12 tribes of Israel, according to the Bible. Let's clap it up for the Most High Christ. Once again, you know what I'm saying? This is Tuesday, Brotherhood Sisterhood class. According to the Bible, yo, let's clap it up, you know what I mean? Let's clap it up for the Most High God who's teaching us about Brotherhood and Sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? ISUPK since 1969. We've been teaching, you know what I'm saying? We've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that they don't even realize that they're in the Bible. They consider themselves as what? Gentiles. But who taught us that we was Gentiles? Our slave master. Who taught us that we ain't the God's chosen people according to the Bible? Our slave master. And you know what his slave master is? White Jesus doctrine. Baba Kashar. I want anybody, you know what I'm saying, priest, I want anybody to pull up on the Google machine Jesus Christ. Let's pull that up. Let's pull up Jesus Christ. That's it. Jesus Christ. Just pull it up. His birthday going to be in the next couple of months. Just share it. Matter of fact, no, you could just share that entire page right there. Yeah, just share that. You know, just go, yeah, click on that. Share that. Just share that. Look at that. Yeah, perfect. What's this right here? That's the people who taught you about the Bible. Don't he look like Donald Trump? Don't this look like, you know what I mean? Don't it look like Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, the Pope, the Christian, you know what I mean? The Christian priest and minister. Don't this look like the person in slavery that taught you the truth about the Bible? You know that is Jesus Christ. Yahweh Mashiach in the Hebrew, ignorant called Jesus Christ. These is the people right here. In the next couple of months, you're gonna pray to your food to this man right here. Tell me if I'm lying, priest. You know, you already know you can cut in at any time.
That's right.
You can cut in at any time. I'm talking to priest and officer 1,000 Sha'al. That's who I'm talking to. The man of the Lord. The priest and the prophet of God. According to the Bible. My brother right here. That got anointed. That didn't, priest, you didn't name yourself, right? You ain't name yourself. You know what I'm saying? In the basement watching our videos.
Right.
Did you do that? You didn't do that. You didn't do that damn thing. Because he's no better. Oh, he know better. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Some people in this era, you know what I mean? Because you know this is right now. This is the Google era.
Right.
This is the AI era. You see what I'm getting at? This is the era that nobody don't want a man of God over them. They want to be the man of God. They don't want to be taught again, like what it says in Hebrews. I think it's 5 and 12. They don't want to be, you know what I mean? They don't want, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to come into a structure under a man that will teach them how to fight, how to change their lifestyle,
Right.
how to become a person of God, according to the Bible.
Right.
According to the Bible, not a person of God according to what we see on the screen right now. That's why Jesus' doctrine. Why Jesus' doctrine said you can eat all the chitlins you want, even though you told that person God said don't eat swine.
Right.
Someone getting that for you?
Okay.
You got people, and our people, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault, priest. It's not their fault. You tell them, I'm a man of God. I follow the Lord's statute commandments. I am a, you know what I'm saying? I am an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I'm from this tribe. I'm from the tribe of you know what I'm saying, of YONKERS. I know my nation. And they're going to tell a family member going to chuckle at them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
A family member who never read a goddamn scripture in their life saying, oh, don't say goddamn. You got a family member to tell you don't say goddamn because you're cursing God. And you ask them, where did you learn that from? I'm a man of God. I talk about the Bible all day, every day. I don't see saying goddamn as a curse word in the Bible. Why are you saying it? Where did you learn that from? You didn't learn it from a man of God. So where did you learn it from? Oh, you know where they learned it from, priest? Oh, they learned it from white Jesus.
Right.
That's where they learned it from. They learned it from Donald Trump and Joe Biden in America. That's where they learned it. But you know, let's go hard body one west into this class. Bob Kashar, read the title of this class.
God, chosen Israelites, two are better than one. Brotherhood and sisterhood.
Oh man, God, chosen, God's chosen, God, chosen Israelites. Two are better than one. Brotherhood and sisterhood. Who's teaching us this? The white Jesus doctrine teaches this?
You want that picture set up?
Oh no, you could take that down, Bob Shaw. Take that down. You could take down, you know, Caesar Borgia. But everybody know him as Jesus Christ, because if we pull up, matter of fact, yo, priest, you're gonna have to do it. Pull up the Pope praying to Jesus.
Come.
Just pull up the Pope. Say Pope praying to Jesus. That's what you gotta pull up. Because we make it simple, we make it what? Practical. You see what I'm saying? In ISUPK, we make it practical. We make it practical. You can just pull up this whole screen right here. So the brothers and sisters can just look at it. Just look at it. Oh, no, you could just do the share. Yeah, you can just share. You just do the share. And it's all good. It's all gravy. That's what they say. It's all gravy. Black Hispanics and Native Americans. So this is what we do. Pull up in your Google machine. and say Pope praying to Jesus, and guarantee the Pope look exactly like Jesus, but the Pope is not. The Pope is part of white Jesus doctrine. That's the reason why the world look at the Pope as God's God's anointed. You believe that? God's anointed. What the Pope? What the Pope stole? What the Pope said? Everybody, you know what I mean? Was down with the slave trade. The Pope is our enemy. The Pope taught the Hispanics to say, what is that word? Maybe I say it in Spanish. When they say, man, to improve the race. To improve the race. Let me see. What is that word? How you say it in Spanish? Mejorar la raza. Mejorar la raza. You know what that means, sir? I mean, priest. You know what that means? It means to improve the race. This is what they say. You know what that, you know what I mean? You know what the backdrop is? Don't bring nobody who's darker than you home. Make sure their skin is light. You see what I'm saying? Make sure their skin don't look like your dark grandfather, your indigenous grandfather. Make sure it look like a Spaniard. This is what they say. That's the reason why we have priests. You know what I'm saying? And also, priests over there, you know what I mean? Teaching our people about that.
Right.
The people in Santo Domingo. You know, in Santo Domingo, they say that, right? Santo Domingo and DR. Improve the race. Make sure you get your skin light. That's what they said. I'm not going to marry nobody dark like you. This is real time. I didn't know they existed until I went there. Until I was amongst people like that. And it was just, and guess what? It's just business as usual. You understand that, please?
Right.
Excuse me. No, it's like when the sister, oh, I'm going to marry Pretty Lou because he got good hair. That's what it is. No guarantee that your daughter going to have good hair or your son going to have good hair, but you're going to marry, you know what I'm saying, Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying, Puerto Rican Louis, because he got curly hair. Right. You see what I'm saying, priest? Bible Shaw. Let's go to right now, you know what I'm saying? The title of this is God's Chosen Israelites. Two are better than one. Brotherhood and sisterhood. That's what it is. That's just what it is. Brotherhood and sisterhood. Bob Gashar, go to Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. Because we're going to go from the Old Testament to the Apocrypha to the New Testament, to the so-called New Testament. Because it means the same goddamn thing. Because it's only for the 12 tribes of Israel. For the 12 tribes of Israel that's scattered abroad. You saw the video that I played earlier about, you know what I'm saying, our sisters is upset because we tell our sisters, don't be whores. We tell our brothers, don't be whoremongers. We tell our sisters, close your legs if you know what I'm saying, if you're not thinking about getting married. We tell our brothers, don't marry that sister if you don't think that you're going to be with her forever. And people get mad at us, Prince.
Right.
How about that? They throw water on us. They throw water on us. Because we say, hey, don't abort your baby. You know the reason why they say, you know the reason why they so upset? Because we tell them don't abort their baby. You know why? Because a white man says you could abort your baby.
Right.
And don't let no black man tell you that you cannot. You know that's what, you know what I mean? You know that's the reason why they mad.
Right.
That's the reason why they mad. And they mad at that baby because they want to act like a white woman who are the devil what the Bible speaks of. The white woman is the whore of the earth. And all people, all, you know what I'm saying, all other ethnic group is trying to follow behind this white dog. White dog. More than willing to sniff any goddamn thing.
Right.
She is the devil what the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's what she is. A troglodyte. You know, it smell like disgusting bologna and spice ham and white dog. I mean, wet dog. That's how they get down. I'm talking about Donald Trump's wife. That's what I'm talking about. You know that what I'm talking about.
That's right.
I'm talking about Donald Trump's wife. Such disgusting. Guess what? You know what Donald Trump did? Gave her the honor, gave her the what is it? The pin? You know what I mean? Like a trophy.
Hmm.
Matter of fact, pull up in the Google machine, Barbara Shaw. Donald Trump honor his wife. Donald Trump honor his wife. That's what you gotta put. Donald Trump honor wife. Let's see that. Let's see it. You know this is an immigrant, right? His wife is a goddamn immigrant. A dog. A dog. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. This is disgusting right here. But we already know. It's white supremacy all day, every day. Of course he's gonna honor his wife that he never did a goddamn thing in her goddamn life. Nothing. Nothing. Same thing in America. You know, in America would say, what's his name? The swimmer, Bruce Jenner is the #1 woman in America. A goddamn man is the #1 woman in America. You gonna believe in America now? Make America great again, right? Did Donald Trump speak against that? Or he down with that? Donald Trump was always down with that filthiness, Priest.
Right.
He was at Club 54 with all those prostitutes, with all those good Priest.
So if I may, let's not forget that his wife posed in Playboy.
Say that again?
Let's not forget that his wife posed in Playboy in magazines.
Oh man, yeah. Cause he always was on that, Priest. He don't want no, you know what I mean? He want to get a wife so he could grab him by the private part. He want a whore because he's a whoremonger. That's why he didn't say anything about Bruce Jenner being a man being the woman of the year. He don't got no problem with that. That's America's standard. Make America great again. Yes, Bruce Jenner is the woman of the year, America. Anybody's fighting against that? You know, Nazis don't fight against that. White supremacists don't fight against that. The Ku Klux Klan, when did they fight against that?
Right.
Hell no. They down with that because they always was a nation of perverted bastards.
That's right.
Always. Bible Shaw, pull that scripture up. In Isaiah 33:6.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be.
Oh, so I can read from on 5.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 5. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness.
It says right here. It says the Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, the Most High is exalted, which means he's prominent. He's on a stool. That's how, you know what I mean? This is what's going on right here. For his dwelling is high, prestige. He have filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. You know who Zion is? Zion is the Mexicans, so-called Mexicans. Zion is so-called Venezuelans. So Zion is so-called North American Indians. You know what I mean? He got the judgment and righteousness upon the North American Indians. We don't.
Huh? Salakia. Verse 6 again. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Oh man, Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. The name of the class is God Chosen Israelites. Two are better than one. Brotherhood and sisterhood. Listen to this verse right here. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Of who time? The Israel, Zion's time. The Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians say wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom is how to apply knowledge. See what I'm saying, priest?
Right.
How to apply, okay. It says, love thy neighbor as thyself. How can I apply that? When, you know what I'm saying, when my neighbor is fighting against me.
Right.
How can I apply it? This is the wisdom. You ready for the wisdom? This is what I say to the, you know what I'm saying, to the person who offend me. Excuse me, you know what I mean? Excuse me. Please don't be the person that you don't like. The reason why I'm saying that, because you being a, you know what I mean? The reason why I'm saying that, because you being a person that offend you and you offending me. That's what you're doing. This right here, it says right here, this is the wisdom. The knowledge is, I could be angry and sin not. You understand it? And you know what I mean? The priest talked, you know what I mean? Talked about being angry and sin not. Because people think anger and doing something out of that anger. That's people in the world. But when you know what I'm saying? When you understand about wisdom of the Most High God and his knowledge, we could be angry and show brotherhood.
Right.
And show wisdom. We're not going to crack that man's jaw. Even though that man deserve it. But we ain't going to do it. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to always protect ourselves. There's no problem with that. But we're going to try to stop the fight before it starts. That's how we're going to do it. Yes, be angry. Yes, we want to break his goddamn jaw. But we're not going to do that. Because we have wisdom according to knowledge. Because we see our people as who? Zion. We see our people as what? Kodash, or a holy nation of people. So we're going to talk to that person like, hey, we can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand how to speak to one of us, each other. Again, we can't follow you know what I'm saying, Pope Francis doctrine. We can't follow white Jesus doctrine. We can't follow America's doctrine. We can't follow that cave woman's doctrine, that goddamn disgusting troglodyte woman doctrine. Can't do that anymore. Because once we stop following their doctrine, Hispanic women, Hispanic men, Black women, Black men is not fighting anymore. You know the reason why they're not fighting? Because they remember when they was getting lynched together. When they was getting unalive together. If you pull up those 19, you know what I mean, those civil rights marches, and you see those dogs was biting everybody's asses, Black men and Black women. For them to bite both of their, you know what I mean, both of their behind, they must have been marching together.
Right.
So where did the fight come from? Black women? Black men? Where does the fight come from if you walking down the block and your wife tell you, yo, don't walk down that block because they're going to lynch you. I want you to come home. When a Black man telling his wife, don't walk down that block because if you walk down that block, these people are going to lynch you and I want you to come home. But if we both walk down the block, guess what's going to happen to both of us? We both going to get lynched. So where did the fight come from? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians? Where did, oh, you know what I mean? I have all the money. When did the money stop you from getting lynched? When did your college diploma stop you from getting lynched? When did you fighting in World War I, World War II, Revolutionary War? When did they stop? When you fighting in America's war stop you from getting lynched? Never. It says it right here. So we got Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability, which means a structure, something that we solid in. Wisdom and knowledge of the Most High God and His law, statutes, commandments of thy time, of this time right here that's going on. Read on, and Bobby Sharp. Read on.
Go to one card.
And
strength of salvation.
And strength of what?
Salvation.
Say that again.
Salvation.
And strength of salvation. Salvation is only for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Nobody else. You can't pick up this Bible and say salvation is for everybody else. You can't pick up the American Constitution and say, oh, the American Constitution applies to the Chinese. Oh, the American Constitution applies to what is that that group that America hates? They call them a terrorist group. What is that group? They call them the terrorist group that was fighting in 9/11.
Oh, that was the
right on the tip of my tongue.
God.
So-called 12 terrorist group.
I got you right now, so
Oh, no, about
it's right on the tip of my tongue too.
You know what I'm saying? Saying that, oh, American Constitution is for the South Koreans. American Constitution is, you know what I mean, for Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Salaki, what is it? Al-Qaeda?
Al-Qaeda, there you go. American Constitution, if Al-Qaeda pick up the American Constitution, they could be spiritual Americans and the American Constitution applies to them. You see what I'm getting at, Priest?
Right.
So American Constitution is for Al-Qaeda, but America put Al-Qaeda in jail, not based on American Constitution. Because all what? What they said. All man is innocent and proven guilty. That's what it says in the American Constitution, right? But America don't look at Al-Qaeda that way.
Right.
Because the reason why what? Because Al-Qaeda is not underneath what? American Constitution. Same way that this Bible is not for everybody, it's for who? The 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
Come prove me wrong. Come prove us wrong. It says right here, in strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Do you understand what that means? We don't know. Uncle Sharp, read 6 again from the top.
No one crying. In wisdom, in knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Wisdom and knowledge, which means you know about the Lord's statute commandments. You know that you're Israelites. You know that you're the nation that God's chosen. You know that, oh man, I cannot sell drugs to my brother. That should feel good to you. Oh, I'm not, you know what I mean? My sister is above all women upon the face of the earth. That should be great to you. To us. You know what I mean? Yo, my mother, you know what I mean? I got to take care of my mother in her old age. I got to take care of my father in his old age. That should be great to us. Because you know why? Because our parents, our mother know that, oh, I got to be a great mother to my son. My father, I got to be a great father to my son. Because this is God's people. I know the knowledge. Now I'm applying wisdom to my son, to my daughter. I'm applying brotherhood to my son, to my brother, to my daughter. I'm telling them, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling my family they have a standard according to God, not according to me. According to God, not according to ISUPK. There's a standard. Don't dress, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like these other nations. Don't dress like a whore. Do you know what a whore is in 2025? People don't know what a whore is. You understand that, Breeze? That's crazy right now. Nobody don't know what a whore is. Because if you shun a whore, if you shame a, so you know, if you shame a whoremonger, people will look down on you.
Right.
You're gonna look down on me? Because I put a standard? Don't judge me. What the hell do that mean? I'm not judging you. I'm telling you, you are disgusting. That's what I'm telling you. And you're going to have pride in that? Where's your brotherhood? Where's your sisterhood? You're going to continue lying to each other. Lying to each other and not putting a standard on your crew and Yonkers. Huh? It's okay, you know what I'm saying, for a sodomite chilling with women? A gay man is telling women how to deal with men. How is that goddamn possible? Where's your standard? A gay man is telling a woman how to get a straight man? You are disgusting. How we became disgusting with no shame. Talking about, I love all people. Yeah, you know what I mean? This person is a sodomite. This person want to sleep with your goddamn son, and it's okay for your son to become a goddamn woman? tell me you love all people. You sound like a white man. You sound like a white woman. You sound like white Jesus doctrine. White Jesus doctrine say that your daughter could be more masculine than her father. That's what white people say. That's what white women say. Tell me if I'm lying.
Right.
Where do you learn that from? We need to shun that behavior. We need to shame that behavior because that's not God's chosen people, Israelites, culture. Tell me if I'm wrong. A woman is, you know what I'm saying? A woman is putting a goddamn sock in her boxes. You believe that?
Right.
How disgusting that is. A man is tucking his rod between his goddamn legs. Trying to impersonate that he got a goddamn vagina. How can I not shame that man or woman? It's disgusting. But everybody want to chuckle along. There's a line in the sand right now in 2025. There's a line in the sand that's going in 2026. Well, are you standing at? You standing on the line of a man tucking his rod between his legs and say, that's a vagina? You standing on the side of the line that a woman's tucking, you know what I'm saying, tucking a fake rod in her boxes, talking about it's real? That's the line are you standing on? If you're not going against it, you are for it. That's why we can stand here right here. That's why nobody want to challenge us, because we stand 10 toes down on righteousness.
Right.
That's what we do. That's what we do, priest.
Right.
That's the knowledge and wisdom. That's the wisdom and knowledge that we have in the Most High God. That's the strength of our salvation, because the strength is the same. He's going to save us from that. Because the fear of the Lord is treasure. It's no more treasure than that, priest. The fear of the Lord is treasure. The little statute of commandments. Go ahead, priest.
I got a word to say. Okay. Isaiah chapter 33 and 6. Would you bring it out? It's so heavy. Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6 says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of times, and strength of salvation. What's going to be your strength of salvation? The wisdom and knowledge. You understand? Now, I got a question to the fake Israelite groups. I got a question to brothers who come into class and think that they can teach on their own on the side. You got these fake Israelite dusty groups that's coming up to ISUPK asking, is it true that we have to be affiliated with the ISUPK to have salvation? And we say yes. You understand? This is your attempt to even have salvation as you come in under our banner, ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana. Now I ask you this. You're seeking salvation, but yet, how do you know not to eat pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp? How do you know how to set up a camp? How do you know not to celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's? How do you know not to unalive your brother, or sell drugs for your brother, or get shape-ups, or commit LGBTQ community, which some of y'all do, fake Israelites? Why? It's because you learned it from the ISUPK 1 West under Commander General Yohana. But yet, you don't want to acknowledge where the wisdom and the knowledge is coming from in order for you to have strength to gain salvation. Make that make sense to me. You understand? Make that make sense to me. You understand? You have no fear in the Lord because the Lord clearly set up Commander General Yohana to be the leader of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Just like how he set up Moses to be the leader of the nation of Israel, exiting us out of Egypt. You understand? You don't fear the Most High God because you don't respect order. You understand? What you got to understand is that a man got to lead you. Somebody got to lead you. You can't be the leader. Not everybody can be a leader. But you got so much pride, you understand, and you want to do your own thing on the side that you don't want to acknowledge the men that the Most High set up. You understand? And that's Commander General Yohana. ISUPK, the Commander General Yohana. All his generals, all his captains, and all his officers, his preaching officers. So don't even ask about salvation if you don't want to acknowledge where the wisdom and the knowledge is coming from. You understand? Because all of y'all, if y'all not under ISUPK banner, all of y'all is doing it wrong. Look how the Most High exposing these fake Israelite groups. He exposing the IUIC. He exposing the candy canes, the GMS, and all these other scallywag under the rock, newly brought up, imagine fake Israelite groups. You don't got the spirit of the Most High in Christ, man. You understand? You got to come under the banner, man. Show humility and learn instead of wanting to be teachers. Because you're doing it wrong if you're not under the tutelage of the Commander General Yohana. That's what I got to say. Salakia. I just want to read it again if I may. Salakia.
Read it again.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation, man. You understand? What's going to get you salvation? It's having this wisdom and knowledge, man. You understand? Having this knowledge and wisdom. And when you watch the Black show, you know, the Black White show that Commander General Yohana, the round table, and all the podcasts is the ISUPK, man, we are leading our people, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not teaching our people to do what all the scandals that the IUIC have done. GMS. You understand? We're not teaching our people to be sinners. You understand? And go into the LGBTQ. You understand? And teach a false doctrine. But yeah, you want to have salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? Humble yourself and come under the banner of the ISUPK of the Commander General Yohana and receive this salvation. And acknowledge where this wisdom and knowledge is coming from. You understand? Because you wouldn't be acknowledging that you're an Israelite without it coming from ISUPK one word, Salah.
No, what you dropping is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna give it up for you because you got damn right. You are right about that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this scripture right here. And you got to understand what the scripture says. It says, the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. The crack era, the heroin era, the Donald Trump era. The wisdom of what? The wisdom and the knowledge of the Lord such commandment. Understand that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is God's chosen people. That's the time that we in right now. That's what we need. And you know what I mean? That's what we need in our minds. We don't need a doctrine to talk about. Jesus loved everybody. What doctrine? You know what I mean? What doctrine stop the ICE for kicking in your doors and putting your naked babies in handcuffs? What was that? Oh man, what white Jesus doctrine stop? You know what I mean? Stop for your brother to be strung out on drugs. How the hell ICE know all these immigrants would know where all they work, where all they live, but they cannot stop the goddamn drugs from coming into the country? Yo, we're gonna stop these. You know what I mean? We're gonna stop these so-called these immigrants coming to the border, but we ain't gonna stop the drugs. We gotta get that money.
Right.
America is built on hypocrisy. Hypocrisy.
That's right.
If it was truly against the law, Nobody won't be smoking weed up and down 124th Street. Nobody won't be selling drugs right in front of cops on 124th Street in Lenox. Police is standing right in the corner while you have people selling all types of drugs to drug addicts. Why them officers is not doing anything? Why them officers? They smell, come on. You smell weed a block away. You smell dope and heroin and angel dust a block away. This is New York City right here. Yonkers. Yonkers. Talk to me, Yonkers. Because, you know, there's a dark cloud over YO. Oh, man, there's a dark cloud over YO. You know what that dark cloud is, priest?
Right.
Molestation. Nobody want to admit it. You know remember how many times I pulled up that, you know what I mean, that video about the 13-year-old was hanging around with all them older dudes?
Right.
How old was you? Oh, I was 13 in Def Jam. I was going to these parties, and you know what I mean? And I was dealing with these women. 13. And guess what all those men was saying? They was all laughing. Bobby Gashar, let's pull up. Let's pull up. Let's talk about Yonkers. Let's talk about Yonkers for a minute. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about all the touching of little boys and girls, and nobody ain't saying the goddamn thing on Ravine, on Glenwood, on Woodworth, on Warburton, Whitney Young. Let's talk about all that stuff. You can go into the email and type in, you know what I'm saying, John Smith, then DMX. You just do that. It's all right. Oh, DMX to my girl. Yeah, I got it up there. Hello, it was a brother there that had a question. I think
No.
Is that a question?
No.
Because he said why. Okay.
Well, he was just making a
All right, no sweat. The bottom. Let's check this out. Because ain't nobody talking now. We let DMX die as a drug addict and nobody says anything. Tell me if I'm lying, please. I think it's enough time that went past to understand X was a drug addict. And nobody tried to help. Everybody went along to get along because everybody loves people who have money. Nobody said, yo, I'm not dealing with you because you get down like this. You need to change yourself, man. Huh? Did I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Nobody want to speak the truth.
Right.
Because they speaking the truth and people get mad at the truth because who is you? Right. I'm just a regular, I'm just old dog from Whitney Young, from 61 Ravine, telling you this. Nobody checked him. Nobody say, hey, how your health going? Yo, you need to stop doing that, man. Or you just went partying with the man. Now it's a problem, right? Now it's a goddamn problem. Oh, he make them good albums. Right. He make those good songs. You sat by and watch your brother die. You sat by and not say nothing to your brother to prevent that. You chuckle it up with your brother. You should have shunned your brother and say, hey, I'm not dealing with him because You know, I'm trying to help the brother, and he don't want to, you know what I mean, he don't want to listen. So I stand 10 toes down on this. Oh, no, that won't cut into my money. So I'm not going to say that. You hear what I'm saying, Breeze?
Right.
Tell me if I'm lying, Yonkers. Tell me if I'm lying, Yonkers. How long are we going to do it? If one of our, you know what I'm saying, one of our rappers that we don't know about, strung out on drugs, we're gonna get along to get along, huh? Because he's making a couple of pennies and shekels. Oh, it's not my job to judge. I'm not talking about judging. I'm talking about being a goddamn brother, being a sister, being somebody who cares about their kinfolk. At least you said something. See what I'm saying, Bruce? At least you said something. At least we know where you stand. At least you know what I mean? At least you could go, at least you could stand up at a man's funeral and say, hey, I tried to help him, but he was weak. I wanted to help him, but all, you know what I'm saying? All y'all said yes to his drug addictness. I hope that's a word. Sloppy. And I'm the only one that said no to his drugs. So while you're here, none of y'all cared. Because if y'all cared, y'all would tell the truth about him. Y'all would tell the truth about her. I'm the only one who loved that person because I'm the only one trying to build that person up to get off of that. I'm the only person that stand 10 toes down and say, yo, you need to stop being a goddamn disgusting junkie. DMX died a drug junkie. Tell me if I'm lying. Anybody? Anybody from YO? Tell me my brother did not die as a goddamn junkie, a regular, you know what I'm saying, like a regular person from the block. No brotherhood, no sisterhood. 2 is better than 1. Huh? Anybody? You know, people want to fight me now. Huh? People want to fight me over a junkie. People want to fight me over, you know what I'm saying, drug dealers who is selling drugs. Oh, they want to fight me telling that DMX was a junkie, but they don't want to fight the people who was getting DMX drugs and yonkers and YO, baby. Huh? Oh, they don't want to talk about that because that's their mans in there. Oh, that's their mans in there. 2 is better than 1. When Yonkers going to stand up 10 toes down and go up against drug dealers? When, you know what I'm saying? When Yonkers going to stand 10 toes down and try to, you know what I'm saying, lift up and help our brothers and sisters to get off the drugs. Or, you know what I mean? Or like, yo, don't sell that person drugs. Don't pick up no drugs. Let's start a system that we don't, you know what I mean? That we don't allow drug dealers to prosper. But we're going to start a system that brothers and sisters who don't have the money, we will have some type of program. You know what the program is, priest? Isaiah 33:6.
Right. That's right.
That's the program. Because, you know, this is all Christians. All Christians sold drugs to DMX. That's how he had a heart attack. You understand that, right?
Right.
You know, people from School Street sold DMX drugs. That's how he had a heart attack.
Right.
You know, people in Whitney Young sold DMX drugs. That's how he had a heart attack. You know, people, you know what I'm saying, sold DMX drugs that live on Warburton and School Street and Slow Bombs and Cottage. That's the reason why he had a heart attack. You cannot have a heart attack when you're showing your brother some love. But we learn love from this disgusting white dog. That's what we learn love from. A disgusting white dog. It says, oh yeah, that's your brother, but you can still sell him drugs. Oh yeah, that's your, you know what I'm saying? That's your friend's father, but you can still sell him drugs. What standard is this? Somebody gotta, you know what I mean? Somebody gotta sign off on this. Somebody gotta say no more. I was a disgusting bastard, you know what I mean? But I had changed, and I'm not gonna allow it on my watch. 2 is better than 1. This is really gonna have to happen. Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. This is really gonna have to happen. Cottage, Slow Palms, School Street, Locust. It gotta happen this way. Or we just gonna shut the door and sweep all our dirt underneath this goddamn rug. And I say, oh, I was so young. Oh, this and that, this and that. Nah, man. You say I was a disgusting bastard back then.
Right.
Somebody taught me wrong back then. My father, my friends, my mother taught me wrong back then. I realized that selling drugs was being a disgusting bastard in my neighborhood. Now I know that. Now I know better. I realize, you know what I'm saying? I step back and watch people, what do they call it? What do they call that? Assist brothers and sisters that's on drugs because they had money. Enabler. That's the word I'm looking for. An enabler. Tell me what we have. We became a neighbor to our brother. And that's how he became unalive. That's what happened, priest.
Right.
Oh, we so happy. Oh, you know what? If I hang with him, I could get some, you know what I mean? I could get some behind from this woman. Right. You know, that's how they think, you know what I mean? You know, that's how brothers and sisters think, right? Yo, if I hang with this celebrity, I can get some poon. No standards at all. No moral compass at all. Oh man, you're gonna get me in this club. I'm 13 years old.
Oh, he can give me more drugs.
Oh, he's gonna give me more drugs. He's gonna give me all the good weeds. The good weed. You know that Cali weed. He's popular. He have money. I'm 13. Oh, he's so popular. I could get in the clubs and 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds get molest me. And it's okay because my friends is chuckling because, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Stay your royal oats, you 13-year-old, you 12-year-old. You can rap well, so you can have sex with the 25-year-old woman. You know what? I'm going to set up. Tell me if that didn't happen, Yonkers. Tell me that did not happen. Celebrity who came out of Yonkers. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. You know the reason why I said dark cloud is over YO? Because there's no counsel in Yonkers. Robert Shaw. Go to Proverbs chapter 11 verse 14.
14.
Yeah, 11 14. In the Proverbs chapter 11 verse 14. You know what I mean? Because in YO there's a dark cloud over Yonkers. You know how many You know what I'm saying? You know how many people unalive themselves in YO? Close to my town. I'm talking about blocks away. Blew their head off their goddamn shoulders because they have nobody to go to. Something happened to them, and they have nobody to go to.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Mm-hmm.
But in a multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall. You know what I'm saying? Where no counsel is, the people going to blow their goddamn head off their shoulders. When there's no counsel is, you know what I'm saying? The people going to take these barbiturates, drugs, to unalive themselves. When there's no counsel is, the people going to take these drugs and say, I got to feed my children. Meanwhile, they want to unalive other people's children.
Right.
When there's no counsel is.
Right.
When there's no counsel is, the people going to say, this is a celebrity. In spite of his drug addictness, I'm going to hang with him because I want a female. So I'm not going to say nothing. This is when there's no counsel. This is when there's no counseling in Yonkers. Somebody gonna go to New Shell, go to one of New Shell parks, take out a goddamn shotgun and blow his head off his goddamn shoulders. There's no counsel, please.
Right.
Somebody gonna go, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna go to the marina over there by Trevor Park and take a 38 and blow his head off his goddamn shoulders. Somebody's gonna go to. Well, somebody from Yonkers gonna go to Lake Avenue Park. Grab some pills, please. Right. Grab all the pills.
Right.
Drink the pills with some liquor and unalive herself. When there's no counsel is, read on.
God. Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Yo, what happened to that sister that took all those pills and unalive herself? What happened to her?
The people fall.
You know, what happened to that brother, you know what I'm saying, that was laughing in his friend's face, having a good time, went out to the club. Then later on that night, he drove to, you know what I'm saying, New Shell Park and blew his goddamn head off his shoulders. What happened to that brother?
The people fall.
The people fall. What about that? What about that brother? You know what I'm saying? That brother or sister about like 6 months ago that walked on. You know what I'm saying? That walked on the bridge of the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? That's on Ashburton and Warburton. That's between Ashburton and Warburton. You know what I mean? And they went high up on it because this is a brand new parking lot right here, please. Right. Brand new parking lot for a high-rise building. They're building up YO. So there's a high-rise, you know what I mean? High-rise parking lot. And you look down and you see the streets and stuff right here. You know YO is nothing but hills, so it's on a pitch. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that brother and sister got up on that high-rise and wanted to jump off that pitch. Jump off that pitch. Where's the counsel? Where's no counsel is the people what? Literally falls.
Right.
Literally falls. But everybody ain't gonna say nothing because everybody's a celebrity. Huh? Oh, that's that person's business. That's this person's business. I guess that's what DMX's business also, right? Right. You hated him. We all hated him. Because we did not know about love.
That's right.
We did not know about brotherhood and sisterhood. Because if we had brotherhood and sisterhood, it would have been hard for our brother to be in that position. Because he had so much support. He had to go out of town to do it. Right. You see what I'm getting at, Priest?
That's right.
That's how it's supposed to be. And why, yo, we so staunch on the brotherhood and sisterhood. We so staunch on the Most High God in Christ. We so staunch on your name, on loving our brother as that neighbor. X got to go out of town to unalive himself. Because in town of YO, we won't allow that because it's too much brotherhood and sisterhood. Two is better than one.
That's right.
Two is better than one. So it says it right here. When the people will go back to Proverbs.
Okay. Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 18.
Oh no, it was 11. It was 11 and 14. Because I didn't finish that. Go up.
Oh, Salah.
No, it's all right.
I scrolled down. Salah.
It's all good. And that was a hardcore scripture too.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Go on.
But in a multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Oh man, in a multitude of counselors. Priest and officer of Baratazar, officer of 1,000, is a counselor amongst a multitude.
That's right.
My telephone, my telephone number is 914-517-9579. Call at any time. Call at any time. Once again, my telephone number is 914-517-9579. Call at any time, Yonkers. No cowards. Because Yonkers, one of the best things about Yonkers ain't no goddamn cowards. They could do this. They could get, you know what I mean? They could be the beacon of Westchester. Because Yonkers was always what? A beacon of Westchester. Whatever Yonkers move, Mount Vernon gonna move. New Rochelle gonna move. White Plain gonna move. That's why you're right there, baby. Don't you know that Yonkers, we can become the standard of brotherhood and sisterhood. When people come into YO, they know there's nothing but brotherhood and sisterhood. Nobody gonna whore out your daughter. Nobody gonna sell drugs to your mother. Nobody gonna say yes to you because you got trillions and billions of dollars in the bank. We're gonna tell you the goddamn truth. 914 517 9579. Call at any time. We're going to make No Coward Yonkers the hub for brotherhood and sisterhood. We're going to make it a hub that's two is better than one. We're going to make it a hub for God's chosen people. We're going to have a standard. We're going to have a moral compass. We're not going to allow our daughters walking around like a goddamn whore. We're going to shame them. We're going to make them, we're going to, you know what I mean? We're going to put them, we're going to have them to understand you are God's chosen. You are a daughter of Zion. You deserve a standard. Say again? Oh, I see. Most High Christ, the water, please. I appreciate that. That's what we're going to do. Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. No more fights. We can iron out our differences behind closed doors. We can iron out our differences and become a brand new nation of people in YO. No more slow bombs against Lawrence. No more Lawrence against Ludlow. No more Ludlow against Riverdale. Come on, Riverdale against School Street and Locust. No more Locust against Cottage. No more Cottage against, you know what I mean, Whitney Young and Ashburton. Una raza. One family. One family. And once we, you know what I mean, once we become one family, two is better than one. Bob Gashar. Going to Ecclesiastes 4:9. That would be my last scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one.
Say that again.
Two are better than one.
Say that once again.
Two are better than one.
Two are better than one. See, the scriptures have the wisdom. Scripture have the knowledge. Hey, man. Two is better than one. Yo, X. Two is better than one, man. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the truth because I'm here to help you because I have brotherhood. The scripture told me two is better than one. Read on.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
Say that again.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
Because when the both of us come together, there's a good reward for us because we're coming together. You know what's a good reward? You know what I'm saying? You won't let a drug addict, just because he got millions of dollars, you're not going to allow him to be, you know what I mean, unalive himself. And you're going to show him brotherhood by saying, that's not cool, stop doing that. I'm going to help you so you can stop. That's the, you know what I mean? That's the good reward. Because guess what the reward would have been, priest? He would still be here.
Right.
Young man. He would still be here. That's our reward. Our brother would have still been here if we read this scripture and realized two is better than one. Read on.
Oh, God. What's that? For if they fall.
Say that again.
For if they fall.
Oh, if one of our brothers gets strung out on drugs, you know, to get strung out on drugs and fall, read on.
The one.
The what?
The one.
If one of our brothers have an overdose, if one of our brothers, you know what I'm saying, is, you know what I'm saying, too drunk to walk down the block, if one of our brothers, this, you know what I mean, is jammed up and fall, read on.
The one will lift up his fellow.
The one now we have somebody from School Street. Then we have the other brother that's from Whitney Young. We have that other brother from School Street, Slow Bombs, Levine, Locust Hill. Will lift that brother up that got jammed up.
Right.
He gonna lift him up because two is better than one. He lift up his fellow brother, you know, his fellow hat.
Right.
That's a YO word, hat. His fellow hat. His fellow, you know what I mean? His fellow brother from Yonkers that he grew up on, his music. He would lift him up because he fell. He fell. You know?
Oh my God. But woe to him.
Well, say that again.
But woe to him.
Now it's saying, it says it right here. For if thy fall, the one will lift up his fellow. You know what I mean? If one of your brothers fell, you have another brother right there that will lift him up. That give him CPR.
Right.
That rush him to the hospital and say, yo, man, you cannot do this no more. But prevention is better than remedy. That one supposed to make sure that when he would never falls. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He would never fall. But if he do, I'm right there to catch him. But woe to him. Read on.
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up.
Oh, man, did you hear that? Right there. It said, woe. You know what woe means? Destruction. Destruction to him. He's not coming back, please.
Right.
He's not coming back. You know why he ain't coming back? Because nobody didn't want to explain to our brothers and sisters that two is better than one.
That's right.
Nobody wanted to explain to them. Nobody didn't want to say no to that brother. Everybody wanted to say yes to them.
Right.
And when we said yes, the brother's not getting up no more. The brother's in the woe state of mind. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So how long that we got to continue for our people in the blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians that's scattered in YO? How long our people got to be in the woe position?
Right.
Don't you think it's time for us to say, yo, let me stop that. Stop that weed and drugs. Let me stop that, you know what I'm saying, unaliving. Let me stop that looking down on people. Let me stop saying yes and speak the truth to people. In spite of their popularity. They popular because they have a gold chain, please.
Right.
They have a Rolex watch. He still died like a junkie. Am I right? He still died like my brother, who was strung out on drugs. Go ahead, Bruce.
That's amazing because, you know, with all his entourage, you understand, and that's just what it was, an entourage, full of brothers and sisters from the hood who just leached on him because of his success and what they could get out of him. After all of that, guess what? He was still alone.
Oh, still alone on a gurney. See what I'm saying? Still alone on a gurney, just like you know Dancing Dan. You live on Slow Bond. You know that the brother who strung out on drugs and do the break dance or the break dance moves. We know those people, please.
Right.
We know those people. This person that had trillions and trillions of dollars died just like them, passed away just like them.
Right.
Like Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston had all the monies.
Right.
All the monies. Michael Jackson had all the monies. All the monies. Nobody said, yo, man, stop. Not even his doctor said stop. That's how bad we had it in the black community.
Right.
What about Prince? Prince had all the shoes, all the high-heeled shoes.
Right.
He died as a junkie.
Right.
A junkie. No cow with Yonkers. Did our brother die as a junkie? Did we let our brother die as a junkie? Yes or no? You know what they say? That's not my business. You believe it? You believe that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it wasn't your business. Okay. All right. It's not your business. I guess it wasn't your business to say he needs to stop. But how come it become your business when the person passed away? It's your business now? You're supposed to prevent that. But he died as a drug addict junkie. Tell me if I'm wrong, Wire.
Right.
And with that, I'm preaching off some Parataza. I know Yonkers, New York. Oh, matter of fact, Salakia, read 9 again.
Verse 9. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.
Oh, Baba Gashar, what is it? The title of the class is God's Chosen Israelites. Two is better than one. Brotherhood and Sisterhood. Read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one.
Say that again.
Two are better than one.
Go on.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
Because they have a good reward of their labor. That's why you need a brother to say, "Yo, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Ease up. Let me help you out, please. It's my job. It's the Most High God told me to help you. I'm obligated in my constitution of this Bible to say, help you out. Because you are God's chosen. And then we will have a reward and we will own Yonkers. We will own it. It won't be no, you know what I'm saying? It won't be no crack epidemic and, you know what I mean, slow bombs no more. Because we will own Yonkers. Because two is better than one, and that will be our reward if we take care of each other. Our, you know what I'm saying? We will own, you know what I'm saying, a Trevor Park. Right. We will own it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. From Lavine. From Woodworth. From Warburton. We will own Trevor Park. Because that will be the reward for our labor, for being a brother and a sister. We don't.
Because they have a good reward for their labor. Verse 10. For if they fall, the one.
If what?
For if they fall, the one.
You know what I'm saying? And this is how we take over YO. If one of our brothers fall, if one of our brothers get jammed up, if one of our brothers, you know what I'm saying, stumble, our constitution of the Bible will say what?
Salah. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
The one will lift up his fellow. His back won't touch the goddamn floor.
That's right.
His back won't touch those drugs. His back won't touch, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting a heart attack because he overdosed on drugs. His back won't touch, and he won't blow his head off his goddamn shoulders. Her back won't touch the ground, so she don't, you know what I mean? So she don't take, you know what I'm saying, the barbiturates to unalive herself. That, you know what I mean, that molester back would hit the ground.
Right.
Touched her or touch him. But we ain't saying that. We don't.
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up.
Destruction to us for the one that his back hit the ground. Destruction to us. It's not supposed to be like that. But it said destruction, it said, but woe to that is alone. You want to be alone, huh? You want to be an individual, huh? It's not about being an individual. It's about having brotherhood, sisterhood. No more individual. You're going to say destruction to that individual because we think like a white man. We think like a white dog woman. The original white bitch. The dog. The original whore of the earth. The white woman. Donald Trump's wife. Original. We're going to go out like her? We're going to be alone like her? Or we're going to be God's chosen people? We don't.
Come on, verse 11.
Oh, no. For he?
For he hath not another to help him up.
Now, we don't, you know what I mean? Because where was his help when he was looking? You know, he was reaching out. He had to have been reaching out when he overdosed. What was you at when he was reaching out? Huh?
Right.
You damn sure was reaching out for that paper. You damn sure was reaching out for those albums and that track. But you wasn't reaching out for your brother to tell him Hey, man, you need to stop, man.
Right.
You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that in front of me. You want to step over there. But over here, you know what I'm saying? We got brotherhood and sisterhood, and we're gonna fight with you to get off that stuff, so you don't be unalive. So you don't unalive yourself.
Right.
So over here on our ground, over here in Whitney Young, over here in Slow Bonds, over here in School Street, over here in 61 Ravine, over here on Warburg, over here in Woodward. You know what I mean? Over here, we're gonna fight with you to get you off that disgusting stuff from our oppressor.
That's right.
So you can live. Because over here in Yonkers is brotherhood and sisterhood, and two is better than one. That's what we're gonna do. And with that, I'm preaching on some Paratisa at the No Coward Yonkers, New York. And this is the Israeli School and Europe School Practical Knowledge, started from 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hanna. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians that God's chosen Israelites. Two are better than one, brotherhood and sisterhood. No more yes men, no more yes women. When we stand, we help each other out. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer 1000 Shaw.
Clap it up for the class. One more. Right. Right. Security ISUPK announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 months, after this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashwa. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest offering will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be the Feast of Hanukkah, which will be held in the month of December. All right. And also, we have the ISUPK annual Passover. Is it the 57th?
Yeah, 57th.
Annual Passover under Commander General Yohana will be held in Texas. Make sure you pay your $200 fee for that event, all right? Go to isupk.com to pay your fee, your tithes, you understand? And also go to the back of your bulletin board for any upcoming ISUPK events. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, men of Israel, Amadium, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majib Sabaf, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Done. Yahweh, which means hands down. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majib Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Shema done by Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh, which means hands down, class dismissed. Right.